Hello there, wonderful singers, and welcome to your COVO vocal exercise of the week. I'm Dr. Julia Nielsen, and I'm the founder of COVO, short for Community Vocalizing, where our mission is to advance singers' vocal health, fitness, and longevity by providing creative vocal exercise routines. And this month at COVO, the theme for our twice weekly general vocal exercise routines is intervals, chords, and scales. Now, during last week's video, we learned a rather diabolical chromatic exercise that I called the inchworm. That exercise alternated whole steps and half steps in a very difficult pattern. I actually had someone email me to congratulate me on my evilness. I was very flattered. If you missed that exercise, it is linked in the description below. This week, we've got another difficult chromatic exercise, but this one sticks to a straight chromatic scale, meaning it contains only consecutive half steps. Half step, half step, half step, half step, half step, etc. And this week's exercise is actually historical, taken from a vocal method from the 1880s. I am a vocal pedagogy historian. That means that I study the history of how singing and singers have been taught throughout the ages. And my research specialty is the vocal methods of the 19th century. But when teachers of that era referred to a vocal method, that meant a book of vocal exercises carefully sequenced and covering all the skills that a singer of the era was expected to master, including the chromatic scale. Yes, everyone was expected to be able to sing this scale, and with velocity too. So we will subject ourselves this week to that expectation of 19th century voice teacher Julius Stockhausen. He was a German baritone who wrote the melody of this week's exercise. I call it Chromatic Solfege. Now, he probably would have made us sing it on a single vowel, but I've decided to take this opportunity to review, or maybe to teach you for the first time, chromatic solfege. That's all the syllables other than do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, the ones assigned to the chromatic notes, the ones that didn't make it into the Sound of Music's do, a deer. Now, in this exercise, we first alternate half steps on the tonic and its chromatic upper neighbor. And then we continue up the chromatic scale until we get to so. So try singing this very slowly with me. If you are not familiar with the chromatic solfege, they are pronounced like this: do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, so. So nice and slow. Here we go. Do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, so. Let's try that again. Do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, so. But that's not all. Now, on the way down, we are going to alternate the half step above sol, and we're going to continue down the chromatic scale until we get back to do. Why, you may wonder, are the syllables different coming and going? Well, that is because the same note has a different name depending on whether you got there via sharping, which is what we did on the way up, or flatting, which is what we're going to do here. So try singing the descent with me. If you're not familiar with the chromatic solfege, they are pronounced like this: le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, so we're going to start a half step above, so. Okay, nice and slow. Here we go. Le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Let's try that again. Here we go. Le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. And that's the backside of the mountain. Now, can we sing the two halves back to back? This time we won't pause in the middle, we will sing it straight through. But since we're still going kind of slow, feel free to breathe when you need to. Here we go. Do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. I think that's terrifically fun. Thank you, Julia Stockhausen. Let's try it again. Tiny bit faster. Do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Again, a little faster. Do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Now I'm going to put you to the test. Try singing this a cappella, meaning no accompaniment, and I won't sing with you. I'll kind of conduct with my head. So I'll give you a note every once in a while to make sure that you haven't gotten lost on the road. Okay, here's your first note, and. I gave you a little help there. So finally, for those of you who know chromatic solfege already, try it with me one last time really fast, just for kicks. It becomes kind of like a tongue twister. Here we go. Do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. So, I invite you to play with this exercise in the coming week and join us on our major scale diet this month. We are trying to sing at Kovo as few major scales as possible during our vocal exercising. If you enjoyed this exercise, we've got more for you. During June, all of our general 30-minute workouts will be devoted to intervals, chords, and scales. We will be singing exercises based not just on chromatic scales, but also whole tone scales, the 3 types of minor scales, the 2 types of pentatonic scales, blues scales, and several modes as well. If you're not already joining these twice weekly live general vocal workouts, we'd love to have you. These sessions are absolutely free. We meet on Zoom every Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and instructions on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. If you would like the next vocal exercise of the week to show up in your email inbox, you can find out how in the description below. And singers, remember, regular vocal exercise is crucial for your vocal health, fitness, and longevity. Every time you show up at Kovo, you're going to get a creative vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We'll see you there.